And thankfully, I do have answers to this. Like, the first would be like, no get rich quick stuff. Like, don't worry so much about figuring out how to hack your way to wealth as quickly as possible. Ow. The slow, steady route is one that I bought into for a long time, as much as I would be tempted to get rich quick. As much as a lot of the people writing the books behind me would say there's no other way to get rich. I think building intentional, long-term, steady community around quality, building trust, building reputation, and trying to pursue something where everyone does win. I don't want to be somebody who just takes. I don't want to be somebody who only wins if I can screw other people over. I want to be somebody who carries everyone around me with me into something bigger and brighter in the future. That gives me the patience to do it slowly. Even if there are times like right now where I'm like, man, I would love to be somewhere that I'm not. Can we just skip ahead to the good times? But it's really important to remember that right now, what we're living in is always the good times. Enjoy it as much as you can because you never know what's coming down the road. And anyways, I mean, it's not sad if you're not just enjoying the moment you're living in right now. The other is to quit looking at where other people are at and just look where I was a decade ago. Like, I've lived in France for almost over a decade of my life now. And you look at where I was when I jumped into it, like on the verge of going bankrupt, on the tail end of a bunch of business failures, lost a loan. I hadn't even started therapy yet. I hadn't dug into so many things that I needed to figure out. And if I just look back a few years at how I would have handled certain things, like on this trip, getting sick with the kids, like dealing with family stuff, dealing with my mom's death a few months ago, dealing with all these things, and how much better I'm able to handle all of it, process it, and deal with it, my life's pretty good at the end of the day. I don't have a lot to complain about. And if I can remember that, then looking at other people being in other places doesn't necessarily affect me so much. I shouldn't compare myself up or down the ladder. I want to compare myself to where I was before. I had so much more energy when I started this video. Not out of the woods yet, it would seem. Whew. I need to go lie down for a minute. I was thinking about talking about how the cost of things is exorbitant, how getting sick here makes me think of the healthcare here, all these things. There's a lot about the States that I do find that I struggle with, especially as somebody who grew up here. But I think it's really important to stop and take stock because like it does feel like so many things are crumbling and the world is more hostile in so many ways than it was even a year ago. And I know for me, when I fall into these little funks, a lot of times I have to remind myself this is just where I'm at. I'm tired and working and sick and jet lagged and all those things. They can have a real impact on how I see the world. And so reminding myself of that is very important first. But then second, doing the two exercises that I just mentioned, one of which recommitting to the values that I have as far as quality, community, friendship. And then second, not comparing myself to anybody else except for past me and looking to the future, thinking about who do I want future me to be emotionally, spiritually, business-wise, relationally, all those things. Thinking in those terms and that vertical that's just me really, really helps a lot because man, am I proud of myself. I've come a long ways. I'm really, really grateful for that. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with these balls.